going, guys? Welcome to the channel. I wanted to do well, let's start at the beginning first. Let's start at the beginning, Claire. So my name's Claire. I run High Peak Dogs and I help people to better manage their barking dogs. And what I mean by that is that if you've got a dog who's lunging, barking, perhaps nipping at other dogs, kids, traffic, men in hats, whatever, if they're lunging out and they're barking at stuff, then I help people to get better control of that behaviour, basically. And I thought what I'd do is I'd start by providing some, just some daily videos on what's going on in my life, some of the people that I'm helping with their dogs, and just to provide value for you, just to get you some more useful strategies in place that can help you to better control your dog, because it's bloody difficult. You will see my dogs in the shots sometimes. That's my eldest Guy, who's cuddling up on the sofa. I have my youngest Hunter down there, and I've got two terriers as well who are in the kitchen. So yeah, that is the start of who I am, and I thought we could do this over a nice cup of coffee. It is actually it's actually 8:30, 9 o'clock in the evening now, nearer 9 o'clock actually. I will try and do these in the morning. Not sure how many people want to see Claire in the morning before coffee. We'll see. But yeah, to just mull over some of the things that are going to be useful for you, basically, and going to be able to help you. A lot of what I do is, well, a lot of what I did before COVID was obviously in-person work, but I do a lot of online communities and teaching now, as did every dog trainer in the whole world, I imagine, when COVID hit, which presented its challenges. A big thing with barking especially is that it's much better to get your eyes on the dog. Like, I have to see exactly what's happening, and I guess this is a really good topic to start with on the whole barking stuff, because dogs can bark for many reasons. They bark anyway. It's the way that they can communicate, but they can do so at other things for many different reasons. A lot of what I deal with is fearful barking dog, but I also get frustrated barking dogs. I get attention-seeking dogs. I get dogs who bark through boredom, which is why it's super important for, if you've got a dog that's barking at something, is to find out why they're doing it. A lot of the time it can feel that they're doing it to just to piss you off. Just like doing it to make your life a bloody nightmare, but I promise you it's not that. It's not that at all. And it also gets mistaken for being aggressive because it looks so aggressive. Like this chap here, he is on the cover of my 3 Steps to Silence book, and like when any dog goes out lunging and barking, especially bigger dogs, it can come across looking so aggressive. And I very much made the mistake of thinking it was aggression with my first German Shepherd, much bigger than he is, although he was fluffier. But that aside, before I knew anything about it, I was like, why is my dog being aggressive? Like, what's wrong with him? He's got a good house, he's got a good home, he's fed well, he's loved. He was never like this before. Like, why is he being this way? Why is he making my life a living hell? And it just wasn't that at all. And it turned out that he was doing so through fear. He was scared of other dogs. If you've read my book, then you'll know the full story. But when his behaviour changed, he was reacting to other dogs because he was trying to get them to go away. He was scared. And yeah, it makes total sense, doesn't it? If a dog's scared, the only thing that they've really got is their mouth. Like, back off. So yeah, it's important to find out why your dog's barking. And I think another reason, actually, on the topic of the whole fear aspect, I think it can very much get mistaken that if a dog is fearful, that they're submissive, i.e. they're low to the ground, or they perhaps pee themselves, or their tail's under, their ears are back, and then they're like hiding, which is a classic outlook, if you like, on what fear should look like, or what we can relate to fear looking like. So when it comes to a dog reacting through fear, through defensiveness, as in I'm going to get you first, I can see why people can misunderstand that and misinterpret that. It doesn't look like the dog is scared, but it happens. So finding the why is so important, because I can't, no dog trainer should be able to really rectify a barking problem. Let's say you had a dog that barked through attention seeking. And as an example, if I was working with a fearful dog, I'd be wanting to put lots of support in there and confidence building exercises and such like. Well, you wouldn't want to do that with an attention seeking dog, because when they barked and you went down to support them and tell them that everything was going to be okay, and then you would be reinforcing that bark, and the dog would use it more. So you can see why it's dead important to find the why anyway. What else did I wanted to pick up on something else on this whole thing. Let's see if the coffee reignites it, and you can look at a sleeping sky whilst I think. It's gone. It's gone. But I want to keep these videos as authentic and as casual as I can. Hence the coffee, hence me sat in my scruffs with my sofa duvet on and just general end of day attire and looking weathered. But if there's anything that you want me to cover in these, just fire it in the comments, and I will definitely put it in the to-do list. And we can chat more about barking and some of the things that you can do to get a handle on this, basically, to get better control, and to also share stories with you. It can very often feel like a lonely world when you've got a barking dog. You almost feel like you're the only one who's got that problem, because you're subjected, especially if it's outside barking, you're subjected to the quiet locations and hiding away from things. Like, you kind of get to a point where, all right, my dog's now kicking off at other dogs. Oh, there's a dog coming. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to go down this driveway. I'm not even going to attempt walking through the town. Instead, I'm going to put them in the car and we're going to go to this secure field, or we're going to go up onto the moors or wherever that's out the way of society, which very quickly becomes a lonely lifestyle, and you can feel like that you're the only one dealing with it. And I know this is the case because this is how I felt with Titan. I didn't feel it so much with Hunter, because I knew a lot more about dogs when his reactivity happened. But with Titan especially, I didn't dare go where other people were going to be, because he was a dog that would bite, him being 60 kilos and me being a measly 19, 20, with no clue what I was doing. It was dangerous. And I know that, and the 700 plus people in our community know that as well. And when you start getting together with like-minded people who are going through, hi gorgeous, oh, he nearly swallowed me. When you start getting with people who are going through the same thing, you very quickly say, oh, that's how I feel. I feel embarrassed. I feel stressed out. God, they make me angry sometimes. These are all emotions that we have all felt and are all feeling at some point. So you're definitely not on your own with this. So I guess main topic for you to take away is to find out why, and just get a professional's eyes on you. Like I said earlier, there's no dog trainer in the UK at the minute, or all over the world, that isn't online. Probably more so now we're out and about doing work, socially distanced, of course. But a lot of dog trainers pivoted. I love that word and I hate using it at the same time. Every time I use the word pivot, I think of the Friends scene when Ross and Chandler and Rachel are trying to get that sofa up the stairs. Pivot! Anyway, but a lot of dog trainers have pivoted online. And they're online, and they've learned to do consultations through a Zoom call. They've learned to give you your homework and what it is that you need to do, that they need to see and know about. So for God's sake, go and get professional eyes on your dog before you even think about undertaking and doing anything yourself, because it's very easy to get it wrong. And it's very easy to misinterpret what it is that your dog's saying. I've not even picked up on the fact that the dog could be doing it through pain, which I'll do in another video actually, because that's a whole topic in itself. So yeah, go and get professional eyes on your dog and find out why they're doing it. And once you know why your dog is barking, it opens up a lot more doors for you. Like I said earlier, you know, we automatically as humans feel embarrassed by this. I mean, God, nobody wants and nobody gets a dog to suffer daily embarrassment and heightened anxiety. Nobody in their right mind, I don't think, gets a dog to have those feelings. Nobody particularly goes out to get a dog to bark to that extent, unless you're doing perhaps training a dog up for the police, or you're in sports protection world. Then that's a different ball game. But as a whole, from pet dog owners' perspective, you get a dog to enjoy nice walks with, and to be sociable, and to be able to settle outside a cafe and have a cup of coffee, and for your dog to just chill and take the world in, and not bother anyone or anything. So find out why they're doing it, which will help moving forward. When I found out why Titan was barking, initially I was like, you're being aggressive. So my responses were, stop it, pack it in. No, this is not how we behave. And then when I found out he was doing it through fear, I was like, oh mate, I didn't talk to him like a human. Well, I probably did actually. But I was like, mate, now I get it. Now I can help you through this, because I now know what's going on in your head. So yeah, there's the lesson for today. Find the why. Get professional eyes on your dog. And don't go it alone. Because dog training is very much a game of consistency. Dog training is very much a game of, especially the way I train using rewards. There's so many labels out there for what sort of a trainer you are. You know, from force-free to balance to this to that. I don't like to put a label on myself. I use things the dog likes to be able to better improve their emotional mindset, and with this, their behaviour. If this isn't right, which it generally isn't in reactivity, barking dogs, reactivity labels, we need to fix this. So by using what the dog likes, then we have a much better chance of doing that. Which is the way that I train, which again is a whole other topic in itself. Like, there's going to be quite a few videos coming for you, because the whole topic, it just goes so deep, and I could sit here for another 14 minutes every hour and talk to you about barking dogs. But I won't share all the topics in one video. We'll talk about them moving forward. So there's the welcome video. I'm really looking forward to this, and to be able to provide a lot better understanding and knowledge for people, for you to be able to get better control, and to be able to have that life that you wanted with your dog. You know, there's the goals that most people come to me with is, Claire, I just want to enjoy a walk with my dog. I don't want to have to constantly be on edge, in ninja mode. And I get it. And that goal is completely achievable. It's not like you're saying to me, I want to go and perform at Crufts next year, but my dog's an absolute raving lunatic on the lead, barking out and lunging at everyone. To get to your Crufts level, you're talking years of training. Years of training, basically, because you've got so much emotional stability to build up in the dog to perform in front of thousands of people. If you just want a simple dog walk where you can pass a dog and nothing dramatic happens, that's an achievable goal, and I can certainly help you do that. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I'll be doing these most mornings, and we can just have a coffee and chew the fat together. Like I said, if you've got any questions, put them in the comments on this video. I will try to get round to all of them. I'll answer. It'll be slow to start, no doubt, but I will answer as many as I can. And I'll listen to you. Claire, I want to learn about this. Right, cool, let's do it. Claire, what do you think to this? Right, I'll do it. So yeah, that's all I've got to say. I'll see you tomorrow.